This is what I'd like to see from trains that run through Preston in the future. First of all, the legal admin part to start off with. I don't work for any train company, and none of my family work for any train company. These are just my own thoughts, suggestions, opinions, and ideas. I'd like to see in the future more stations opening. Around Preston, for instance, there has been talk for ages of a train station opening at Cotton, plus maybe one opening up in Garstang. I know originally that did close down, but I think that perhaps maybe now's the time to open it. This could perhaps be served by northern services only that run through from Preston to Lancaster. I'd also like to see more different services. For instance, Blackpool North only seems to have services that run to Manchester and Liverpool. How about a service to Scarborough or maybe Whitby, with both services going via stations including Blackburn and Bradford Interchange? I can remember when I was younger that they used to run from Blackpool North to Scarborough. These could potentially be run by Northern or Transpennine Express. Maybe also trains from Preston to Morecambe, or perhaps alternatively Skipton or Bradford Forster Square via Lancaster. I would also like to see more Avante West Coast services from Blackpool North to Llandudno, Holyhead or Euston, or perhaps from Euston to Blackpool North, then Blackpool North to Llandudno or Holyhead, then back to Euston, or perhaps the other way round. Also, high-speed trains service, perhaps Avanti West Coast or another high-speed company, cross country or Grand Central, could run to other destinations rather than just Euston, Glasgow Central or Edinburgh Waverley. Perhaps Penzance via Bristol, Bournemouth via Oxford and Southampton Central, Brighton via Oxford and Southampton Central. Perhaps in Scotland to Inverness via Haymarket and Aviemore or Aberdeen. Perhaps even an Inverness service going via Aberdeen through via Haymarket. I can actually remember going on holiday one year when I was younger and being able to get a high-speed train to Bournemouth. I would like to see a direct train service to Southport from Preston, probably via Burscough along the former Burscough curves. These services could perhaps start from one or more of the following: Blackpool North or South, Windermere, Harrow in Furness, or perhaps even start at Preston from the Terminus Bay platforms 3C and 4C. The trains themselves are mainly quite good. I am especially looking forward to the introductions of the new Avante West Coast Hitachi AT300 class 807 trains, which will only be used in the Preston area on the Blackpool North to Euston service. The Pendolino class 390s are quite good trains as well. Since Avante West Coast took over the running of the West Coast Main Line from Virgin in December 2019, only a few trains that I have seen have the official Avante West Coast livery. And I would have thought that in August 2020, so 9 months after they took over, that all or most would now be in official livery, with some, in fact, still in Virgin colours. I like all of Transpennine Express trains, but I'm a bit mixed about Northern. I don't really like their current livery. I think I prefer one of their old liveries from the past, but I can't remember what the livery was like now. The Pacers will be going soon, which is only a good thing, as they're really awful, bouncy things. They have been in service for around 40 years, and they are long past needing being replaced. In my opinion, the Class 150 and 153 sprinters will be next to go after the Pacers, then probably the Class 155 and 156, although the Class 155 and 156 super sprinters are slightly better than the Class 150 and 153 sprinters. I quite like the Class 158 and 159 express sprinters. They remind me of going to Blackpool with my family when I was younger in the 90s and coming back on one. I think that was one of the trains that used to go to Scarborough, as I mentioned before, or perhaps to York. These are still one of my favourite trains now. The rest of their fleet is okay, apart from the Class 319s, which were originally in service in London, and in my opinion desperately need replacing as they are too noisy and aren't attractive. Fortunately, I have read recently that they are supposed to be replaced very soon. This has probably been delayed by the current COVID pandemic.